Good morning friends, welcome to CredenceIAS. The next aspect is consider the following statements: increase in foreign investment, reduction equality, technological development. Select the correct answers about the positive impacts of globalization on the Indian economy. This was the question. So what you need to understand with regard to the globalization is, so first you need to focus on understand about the globalization. So globalization is a phenomena wherein India's economy is integrated with the world's economy. So that is what we understand the economical definition of the globalization. So when the home country's economy is integrated with the rest of the world's economy, we call it as globalization. So it leads to the what we call it as increase in the foreign investment. Definitely, right? Whenever there is, after our LPG reforms of 1991-1992, various foreign companies came into India. Take for instance the IBM, the software service IBM, Accenture, all those foreign companies which came into India after when we did the LPG globalization. So increasing the foreign investment, right? All these you can see the Coca-Cola, Pepsi, all are foreign companies which have come into India when the Indian economy is integrated with the global through the LPG reforms. So then it leads to reduction in inequality. Okay, so FDI leads to reduction in inequality. Now see, after the 1992 reforms, the inequality in India should have been tremendously improved upon, means it should have been reduced upon. No, it has not reduced the inequality. Inequality has been improved upon, means the persons who are capable will be, or which have access with regard to the benefits of the globalization, they will grow. Some of the persons, the poor, the persons who are, take the best example for the say instance, the ration shops. Earlier we used to have a ration shop in nearby our houses to get the ration. With the advent of the various FDIs in the food chain market, with the retail chain market, now various big chain, what we call it as the big bazaar type of grocery shops have come into picture, which has definitely impacted the small ration holders. So inequality has been not reduced, it has somewhat impacted upon, it has increased upon. So like this you can take various examples as the side effects of the globalization. One is not reduction in the it has improved, it has increased the inequality. Then the technological development, definitely whenever the foreign firms or foreign companies comes into India in the form of investment, they will not only bring in the financial angle into it, they also brings in the technological aspects. The Toyota, even Tesla, you can see the Tesla has said that it will come into Bangalore. Now there are some differences going on. It is coming with the technology, so that they can manufacture car here. They will bring in sophisticated EV vehicles, the automated vehicles. So the technology will also comes with regard to the globalization. So select the correct answers. Given with this, you can see that the correct answers will be only 1 and 3. That is, the answer is the B. So this is what we can understand with regard to the globalization. Moving on to the next question. So 15th question, with reference to the term indicative planning, consider the following statements. It recognizes consumer sovereignty and producers' freedom. In such type of planning, proper coordination of private and public sector occurs. So which of the following statements are true? This is the answer given upon. So indicative planning, so India's planning scenario, we can say that indicative planning has been majorly started with regard to the 1992 LPG reforms. After LPG reforms, this indicative planning majorly gives the idea, or it gives the overall framework for the plan the implementation aspect. It overall gives you the objectives that has to be achieved upon. So it just indicates what need to be achieved rather than going on to the what you call it as the bottom up planning. It's a majorly top down planning. So earlier the planning of India was called as top down planning, where from the top they used to say how to achieve a particular plan. So in the indicative planning we shifted towards the bottom up planning, where they are given opportunities or the what we call it as freedom to the bottom level players, means from the district levels, from the district as a center, they are given opportunities, they are given freedom to implement the plan according to their circumstances, but the objective should be need to achieve the plan targets. So that is the major aspect of the indicative planning. So it recognizes the consumer sovereignty and producers freedom. Not the option given is not so much relevant, so it is not there. Then in such type of planning, so coordination of private and public sector occurs definitely. So in the indicative planning, the private player also comes into picture to effectively carry out the plans, which was not the case earlier with the India before the LPG reforms. So in that scenario, option 2 is the correct one. Then which of the following gives best meaning of gilt-edged markets? So gilt-edged markets, it's a market of government securities. So as the name says, gilt-edged. So gilt in the word is the golden border. Okay, earlier the government securities during the British era used to come through the gilt edge. So there is a red edges, it's a golden color, that's why their name has come as gilt-edged markets. Gilt-edged securities. So gilt-edged securities are nothing but these are the government bonds. So from that meaning, from that usage, we used to call them as a gilt-edged market. That is a market of government securities. Then which was the first bank in India that was completely managed by the Indians? That's the straightforward question. Punjab National Bank. It's all about the factual. You need to understand which of the first Indian bank which is managed by the Indians, which of the first bank established by foreigners. So these are the factual thing you need to go through. So just a memory based question, so nothing to discuss about that. So under the name of the National Program for Nutritional Support to Primary Education, the midday meals program started at national level in which of the following year? This is also what we call it as the memory based. The year they have asked, it is 1995. So in the 1995, the National Program for Nutritional Support to Primary Education was started. From that, the midday meals program has started at the national level. So it was in the year 1995 the midday meals program started. Then moving on to the next aspect, transportation is a part of which of the following sectors? It's a simple question. So transportation comes under which sector? So primary, secondary and tertiary sector is they have given. So the answer is the tertiary sector. Definitely transportation comes under the tertiary sector. So primary agriculture, secondary industrial sectors. So the service sector is the tertiary majorly. Of that, the transportation also holds the part of the tertiary sector. Then which of the below refers to the exact meaning of the marginal worker in India? So you need to understand what actually the marginal worker in India is all about. So the marginal worker is the worker who typically works less than 183 days, actually, to be sure upon one. It has been given in your explanation also. So the answer for this is the less than 6 months. A worker who is employed for less than 6 months. So 6 months means, so almost 6 3 is 180, right? So who is worked less than 6 months, that type of person we call it as the marginal worker. So then which of the following industries has classified as the core industries in the index for industrial production? So this question has also been asked, not in the same format, in the different format in the UPSC prelims also, with regard to the core industries. So you need to understand which of the following are the constitutes the core industries. Core industries are those industries whose performance will have an impact on the other industries. Those type of industries we call them as the core industries. So core industries, there are 8 core industries. Okay, to give you the details: coal, crude oil, natural gas, refinery products, fertilizers, cement, electricity and steel. So these are the 8 core industries which have been included in the index for industrial production. Of that, so they have given coal and automobiles. So coal is there but not the automobiles, so this is not there. Then the electricity and real estate, so electricity is there, right? Then crude oil, natural gas, yes. Fertilizers and cement, yes. So the option given here is the A. Okay, 3 and 4. So automobiles is not there, real estate is, electricity is there but real estate is not. So you have to eliminate those. These are the 2 options which have been industries which have been included under the core industries. So you need to understand what are the core industries. There are 8 core industries. You need just to remember them. And one step going further, so what is the weightage given for all these core industries in the ascending or descending or ascending order, which has the highest weightage, also you need to remember. This was also asked in the UPSC Prelims.